Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see? They didn't can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see? They can sell out Rasta. I sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just talk on the Friday. You must go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man, go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
an act of desperation. Not just the act, the definition of desperation as well. Good evening and welcome to It Has Fallen Apart. Never before have we seen an incumbent government on the street littering badly spelled pamphlet of his achievement, which he cannot show the public other than on paper. What a sad day for our country. Very sad day as well for the Jamaica Labour Party. Oh, Jesus. Carl Crowd tonight. Carl Crowd. It cannot, will not, and ought not to be allowed to get worse than we have seen today, where the Prime Minister is on the street in halfway tree and all about clamoring for support. This is the lowest we have ever seen an incumbent government. Andrew Holness working the street, the rolling calf ringing bells, walking with flashlights at late night. All because the Prime Minister has spent 9 years stealing, committing corruption, fornicating all over the Parliament without even manage to achieve his 100-day promise. What a disgrace of a government. My community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good evening, and welcome to a desperate and disgraceful day in our politics. The cardinal sin of politics has been committed by our Prime Minister because of his lack of support from his base. Dirty dunce, crocodile labor rights, come here. We always a whole way to push we back up under our parents. That check they wanna have to take up a big head me. Push way back up so. You mean you can use a check if you support the Prime Minister? You just allow it, but after all, isn't the Prime Minister alone that killed the cow? And isn't it that labor right is saying, I didn't kill cow, so now make blood touch me? Prime Minister. Jesus Christ. Lord God Almighty. Prime Minister. Are you that? I walk and I clamor and I beg. I mean, this is what Mark Golden ought to be doing. A Mark Golden job you take over, sir? Soup, pressure. This is what opposition. But because the opposition is so strong, hey, rolling calf, Lord God Almighty, Andrew Holness, is that really you?
Why the head for the people them? Why? Why? Me see him and kill me. Why? Me see him. Why?
Jesus Christ, Prime Minister. We're going to come back to you. We're not done with you, we just introduce you. We salt you and we pepper you. We're marinate you for a while, Prime Minister. We're going to turn to the murderer. Because we've seen, Prime Minister, where the murderer, James Robertson, is at it again. And we're not going to allow James Robertson to kill another politician. Evening, everybody. Evening. The evening so bustling. Me never remember for the evening, everybody. Evening. What a judgment. We're going to come back to your Prime Minister. We're leaving you to marinate for a while. Marinate, Prime Minister, marinate. We're going to turn to the murderer. Because what we're not going to do, we're not going to allow James Robertson to kill another political opponent or businessman. So if you are not aware of who James Robertson is, before the election is called, we are going to remind you of the murderer in West Western St. Thomas, is it not? Because of the Dunster East. Why them always put the Dunster them at East? Look to the East for the coming of the whatsoever. But I mean, look to the East. East Portland, Eastern St. Thomas. Let us remind you of the murderer. Let us remind you of the criminal legislature who is seeking re-election to our legislature to legislate the gunman, the criminal, the monster who destroyed, with the help of Andrew Holness and Floyd Green, our agriculture industry, James Robertson. Let's remind you of who James Robertson is. While the Prime Minister marinated, because we are seasoned the Prime Minister, you know. Prime Minister, you know, back in the days when you run down the rooster, whether it be Friday evening or Saturday evening, and whether you run out of breath or the rooster run out of breath, but you have to catch the rooster, to kill the rooster by Saturday evening, the rooster kill clean and season up and put on for cook for Sunday dinner. Anyone I know who used to run down rooster? I don't remember what me I talk. So the rooster, the rooster marinate. Let's remind you of the criminal, and then we'll come back to the marinated rooster.
Lawyers stated in court Parliament of Jamaica. It was the latest in an unbroken string. A member of the conservative Jamaica Labour Party has survived a political career that would have derailed many. He was re-elected in 2012 when a backlash against the JLP's association with a drug trafficker forced the Prime Minister to resign, and the rival People's National Party, PNP, nearly swept the elections. When he tried to push out his party's leader in 2013 and lost, he kept his deputy leader position in the party anyway. But those episodes were child's play compared to what he faced in 2010. That year the U.S. State Department revoked Robertson's visa for reasons never made public. Then he was accused of murder. The accusations against him dominated headlines in Jamaica. But Robertson was never charged and has denied the accusations, attributing them to political enemies. He's never been charged, let alone convicted. His accuser, a small businessman, has left the country. Officials made no comments.
Who are you going to sue, James? Me or Miami Herald?
The news media eventually dropped the story. The matter seemed to simply disappear.
Have you heard of this brand new product that instantly cleans toilets without any scrubbing? Take any dirty toilet.
Until now. Leslie Legreen, a former assistant commissioner of police for the Jamaican Constabulary Force who has since retired, revealed to the Miami Herald that he investigated accusations that Robertson tried to arrange at least 2 murders, and found enough evidence that he recommended that prosecutors charge the politician. Investigations have been conducted alleging serious offenses against Robertson and others, said Green, who is English and a former Scotland Yard detective. In 2006, the Jamaican government hired him on contract to help professionalize the force. The Department of Public Prosecutions made a ruling there was sufficient evidence to charge Robertson. But after carefully assembling his case, Green said, Jamaica's Ministry of National Security refused to offer to protect one of the key witnesses. The witness fled, and the case fell apart. The guilt or innocence of Robertson aside, the episode highlights a problem holding the powerful accountable in a region dogged by violence. The UN's Caribbean Human Development Report noted in 2012 that Latin America and the Caribbean made up 8.5% of the world's population, but tallied 27% of its homicides. Jamaica has the highest homicide rate in the Caribbean. Day at the dealership. On a sunny afternoon in 2008, Ian Johnson was finalizing the purchase of a silver Mitsubishi Pajero at Motor Sales of Jamaica when he saw James Robertson enter the dealership. Johnson owned 2 convenience stores and a construction company in St. Thomas, the parish Robertson represented in Parliament. He was active in the JLP and had raised money for Robertson's previous campaigns. Robertson beckoned me aside, Johnson said in a sworn statement filed by his Fort Lauderdale lawyer and attached to an application for asylum in the United States. We walked a few feet away from the sales rep that I was talking to, Johnson said in the sworn statement. Robertson told him he was having problems with a businessman in St. Thomas. The rival businessman's name was Cecil Riley, known locally as Petrol. Specifically, he asked me to arrange to kill Petrol Cecil Riley, Johnson said in his statement. Johnson said he was shocked and left without giving an answer. Robertson did not respond.
This is the same James Robertson. We send him henchman go in a him opponent yard where man in I don't know if you figure plant drugs, gun, or if you go kill him or whatever. But James Robertson is at it again. And mind you, James Robertson is supported by the corrupt Jamaica Constabulary Force.
Under repeated requests for comment by email and telephone. His lawyer at the time, Patrick Bailey, said, he's not going to talk about that. To the Jamaican news media, however, and in a court document, Robertson acknowledged Johnson's allegations but vehemently denied them. He ultimately would file a libel suit against Johnson's lawyer. A few weeks after the encounter, 2 gunmen shot Riley dead outside a nightclub he owned in St. Thomas. Even by Jamaican standards, Robertson's alleged request stood out. Robertson was not just a member of parliament, he was the country's Minister of Energy and Mining. He was in his 40s and the deputy leader and a rising star of the JLP. In addition, he would seem to make an unlikely criminal. He is from a prominent Kingston family. They own a shipping company and cold storage facilities. Robertson himself had gone to high school in England and then graduated from Southern Methodist University in Texas in 1988. He was a polo-playing socialite. By the mid-2000s, however, the young politician's rise had caught the attention of Jamaican and U.S. officials for the wrong reasons. A 2005 diplomatic cable sent by the U.S. Embassy in Jamaica and obtained by WikiLeaks stated that like many Jamaican politicians of whatever party affiliation, Robertson is known to associate with criminal elements. A 2007 cable obtained by WikiLeaks stated that sources told the Drug Enforcement Administration that Robertson was involved with money laundering and organized crime, and that Robertson's father had once been forced to hand over acres of land to settle his son's drug debts. The U.S. Embassy declined to comment for this article. Immediately after Riley's execution on May 26, 2008, Robertson expressed shock. He praised Riley as a role model for young people. Morning, noon and night, you could always look to him, Robertson was quoted in Jamaica's RJR News. No one has been arrested for that homicide. Suddenly a target. Shortly after Riley's death, Johnson said he became a marked man. According to a police summary of incidents, gunmen shot at him as he drove home from work one night, but missed. They shot at him inside one of his convenience stores, missing him but wounding an employee. Johnson said local police told him they could not protect him. Then, on June 6, 2008, 3 men entered one of Johnson's stores and shot and killed his mother, Hyacinth, while she worked. Johnson took his wife and young daughter and went into hiding. He continued to speak to police, but says he came away with the message each time that there was little they could do to protect him. After about a year, Johnson moved back to his gated house. On the night of July 17, 2009, a gunman stepped out of a car and fired at him as he talked to employees in his carport. Bullets hit Johnson in the thigh, arm, and neck, but the wounds were superficial. A nearby police car rushed over and arrested the driver of the getaway car. The gunman fled on foot. A few days after the shooting, according to Johnson, Robertson himself showed up at his front door.
A nearby police officer arrested the man in the car, but BUT, the gunman fled on foot. Isn't the Jamaica Constabulary Force always protecting James Robertson murders? The murders James Robertson ordered or committed is protected by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, just like we see the Jamaica Constabulary Force in Stananiwagwan. Just because we see the Jamaica Constabulary Force help James Robertson to carry out his crime against his political opponent. So we are reminding you of who James Robertson is. Because we see James Robertson pick up the same trait again, wants to kill another political opponent. And we are saying to James Robertson, no, not under the glare of social media this time, James.
Saying he was concerned for Johnson's safety. In the carport, Robertson wrote 2 names on a piece of paper, Johnson said in his sworn statement, and told the Herald, Kyone Treasure Campbell, and the name Guns, which was an alias for a man Johnson knew. But then Robertson crossed out Campbell's name and told me this name I should not pay attention to, according to Johnson. But he pointed directly at Gunn's name and said to me if I killed this man for him, all my problems would go away immediately. Johnson said once again he did not respond. Robertson's lawyer stated in court papers in connection with a libel lawsuit that the allegation he asked Johnson to kill Kyone Campbell and a man with sick alias guns was not true. The statements made by Mr. Johnson are false. According to police and other sources, Guns is Kamar Williams, a local gangster affiliated with the rival PNP. Leigh Green, the assistant commissioner of police, later tracked Williams down abroad. I met him outside the country. I'm not going to say where, Green said in an interview. The crux of the conversation was that he knew James Robertson wanted to kill him. He knew it was a credible threat. So he fled. Johnson said he worried there would be repercussions for not following Robertson's alleged orders. He believed those repercussions came to fruition on July 29, 2009, when Johnson's most trusted employee, Jermaine Jones, was lured to a friend's home where a waiting gunman shot him. Jones escaped to a nearby hospital. 2 days later, gunmen tried to kill him there. Again, he survived. Johnson and Jones went into hiding. Johnson reached out to officials at the U.S. Embassy in Kingston for help. He also contacted David Rowe, an expatriate Jamaican lawyer practicing in Fort Lauderdale and teaching at the University of Miami, to assist with a bid for political asylum. On November 9, 2010, Johnson gave a sworn statement in connection with the asylum bid over the telephone to Rowe and a court reporter in Fort Lauderdale. Johnson relayed his entire story, which was turned over to U.S. officials. Johnson also released his statement to the Jamaican news media to bring attention to the matter as a form of protection. If I hadn't released it, I'd be dead, he claimed. Johnson's accusations made headlines days before the JLP's November 2010 annual conference. Robertson marched onto the stage at Kingston's National Arena to defend himself. He called Treasure Campbell, who was described in news media accounts as a student, contractor and JLP activist, to come on stage with him.
I started Tai Chi at 50. Now I'm 68, and doctors...
The two men joined hands. This is the man that they say I want to hurt, Robertson declared, according to newspaper accounts. The papers didn't mention that Johnson had said Campbell's name was crossed out. Robertson never mentioned guns. Campbell told the Gleaner newspaper, I have known Mr. Robertson for more than 10 years and the allegation that he wants me killed is rubbish. A month later, on December 20, 2010, Robertson filed the libel lawsuit in Fort Lauderdale. Robertson withdrew the case a few months later. Rowe declined to comment about the case. Team of investigators. It was only after Johnson's statement went public that Green, the assistant commissioner of police in charge of homicide, heard about the case. He assembled a team of about 6 investigators to corroborate Johnson's statement. Green did not want to publicly disclose evidence because the case is technically still open. According to Jamaican police sources who asked not to be named, the investigation matched ballistics at several of the shootings and traced cell phone records and car rental receipts that linked Treasure Campbell to the shooting outside Johnson's house, and cell phone records with one of the gunmen who allegedly shot Jones in the hospital. When police searched Campbell's home, according to the police sources, they found cell phone records between Campbell and Robertson from around the time of the shooting. There were also records of financial payments from Robertson to Campbell. Green arranged to relocate Jones to another country in exchange for his testimony. Johnson left for the United States, but agreed to return and testify. On April 1, 2011, Green sent the investigative file to the Office of Public Prosecutions, outlining the case. Then he waited. Robertson, meanwhile, was facing other problems. A government investigation into a contract to supply natural gas to the island found numerous irregularities. The contract was cancelled and Robertson, under pressure, stepped down as Minister of Energy. He remained in Parliament. Days later, Robertson confirmed to reporters that both his and his wife's U.S. visas had been revoked. The U.S. State Department declined to comment. On June 4, 2011, Paula Llewellyn, Jamaica's Director of Public Prosecutions, responded to the evidence that Green submitted. She sent a memo to Green stating that there was prima facie evidence to base the charge of soliciting murder against Robertson. The memo has never been made public, but was obtained from law enforcement sources close to the investigation, with parts redacted. In a caveat, the memo noted that the case was based on persons who appear to have very significant credibility issues, referring to Johnson and Jones. The issues: Johnson alleges that Robertson is connected in some way to the murder of his mother and
What Paula Hidden Memo says, on the appearance of the evidence, there's enough to charge James Robertson for murder. Paula, though, did not make that memo public, nor did Paula Llewellyn move to charge James Robertson for murder or accessory conspiracy or any of the other. None.
believes that Robertson has given orders to have him, Johnson, killed. Meanwhile, Jones appears to be a gunman or very closely linked with them, the memo stated. The memo also offered the recommendation that given the status of former Minister James Robertson and the nature of these allegations, one should anticipate significant challenges in bringing this matter to trial. She was right. In late July 2011, a member of Jamaica's witness security team visited Jones in a foreign country, where he was under police guard. Jones, who had been seeking relocation, was told by witness protection the offer had not been approved by the Ministry of National Security, Green recounted. The next day he was told he was required to appear in court to give evidence. The combination of events scared Jones. He basically walked off the system and left, said Johnson, who was hiding with Jones. Without Jones, prosecutors declined to pursue the case. Through Johnson, Jones declined to comment for this story. In January 2012, Green learned that the Ministry of National Security did not renew his contract with the police department. He returned to Europe. The investigation and its collapse were never reported. Green has never before spoken publicly about the case. Johnson said he...
So you see, the government make sure, in order to stall the investigation, the government, like Andrew Holness, we see Andrew Holness did with like the office of the ombudsman and others, they destruct the office when they don't want an investigation to come out. It's the same thing Andrew Holness would want to do with the Integrity Commission. Just can't get the chance though, because it's written in law, Andrew Holness
would gladly return to testify if his safety could be guaranteed. The minute one politician is held accountable for their crimes, Jamaica will be a different place, he said. Robertson, meanwhile, still cannot travel to the United States.
That's the murderer, James Robertson. That's the murderer, James Robertson. But, as we said, hang on a minute, let's... Right, let's end that. And now we can go over to the turkey. The seasoned John Crow. A long time we know. Oh, let's go to the lady of Compton first. We'll go season Andrew Holness. We'll go to lady of Compton. Then we're going to make the new rubber, because you know the woman, them when them ready to come out and rub labor right, them rub them decently. Let's listen to the lady of Compton. Don't know what she's talking about, but listen. Lady from Compton.
Just explain to us what's happening here today. Where are we?
Okay, so I am in Bonito Crescent and I am standing just below one of the only poster board that is remaining in Bonito Crescent. The Re-elect Rhoda campaign team embarked on a constituency-wide installation of my billboards and flags. We started from July 10th. That's on the evening following a stakeholder meeting that was held among all the candidates of Manchester, in the parish of Manchester, the police, the electoral office, in a bid to ensure peaceful campaigning across the parish, across the constituency. And, you know, in less than 24 hours after we mounted poster boards and flags in Bonito Crescent, more than 30-odd flags and about 9 poster boards. When we passed back on Sunday afternoon, only 1 poster board was left remaining and 2 flags. I see this as a deliberate attempt to antagonize the supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Lady of Compton, complain to the ombudsperson. Find an ombudsperson, Lady of Compton, and complain to. Don't come out here with your weeping willow. We're not interested. The Then I see you cast new rule for make up in parliament say, how dare you come in here with love bites? If you can't find nobody to complain to, take it to the Lord in prayer. We don't want to hear about it. Find an humble person. Find a humble person to complain to. That's a humble person job, not ours. Or maybe you need to talk about it at the pillow. That's the place that you could have the discussion, mind you. That's a place you could have the discussion. Where do we get an humble person? We'll get back to Dana. We'll go rub. What the woman call them? I can't remember the word what the woman called them. But after that woman, yeah, we'll get to the disgrace. Because we have to seize them, you know.
Yeah, come out here. Right through like night, you out here for una labor right. Hey, Craven here. Backstopper and cotton lizard. Take kuna people them from half away. Take out them from half away. We're tired of them now, because them now have no sense, you know. Them don't fly, but send them, open one little school and send them go. Because all this man will come and all my TikTok come tell me now, say, if we not see Mr. Owl, me say, he might go put the door from one over the wrong side and put at the right side. You can tell me the sense in that you have degree. You say you have degree and me not have none, and me not see the sense in that. The money we must forgot take for go lock off them door the hour for make them stay and put another door over the next side. You know who for money that I got here? Taxpayer money. No fun we are run back cotton lizard them, you know, and craving and back stop them, you know. Uno no work no way, you know. Uno a beer open and beg. So uno no know what it is to pay tax. No fun. Uno don't even go in a supermarket go buy nothing. So not pay no tax at all. Roadside and no come buy things. Hey, me no want to know on my page. Don't come on my page, because all when time someone will come talk some things within a fake page. It don't even make no sense. Because them things just open up people eyes. If you say, if done such a person, it would have been uno. Because there's no way at all on the face of this land me could have dieted for somebody who want to see my pitney them come suffer in a life. Somebody where we got take money from a different country without my knowledge for sell out my pitney them batty wall. You hear me I say? Me no want none of the company so. Come tell me nothing. You see me? When you see me there and yes, I advocate, me I do it for the people that will really need it. Yeah, like the country people them and the pitney them. Yeah, my black brother and black sister them will have sense. You see, when I have sense, I can't go out with Andrew. Because me can't see nothing at all can carry on the back. Look like when I see all I want to go on with the people them I do no linger around. No linger. And that I go around right now. Craving your back stopper and cotton lizard. You know, see, all you see no millions and millions out here. It now go stop with. When the people them put up them video them, when they get people to take them down, when they get TikTok for do all kind of things, when they not set out TikTok out there for ban people. Well, if you not for continue ban me, I want to for continue take down my video, because you see from the truth it's supposed to be speak. I'm going to speak it because Andrew, as me tell you already, I'm craving here. Vote for you. My vote for you, I should vote for you, because look, you know, my family is not PNP, is not Labour, right? My family is PNP. My family, my two side of family is PNP. And I jump out of the and this just show me say when Pitney disobedient to them thing happen to them. You hear me say no? You now come from people page and come talk about this man. And this man don't even like you. You think so the man could have like everything what poor people have him a take from poor and a give to the rich? Hardly right. Hardly right, my grandfather, you're supposed to turn over in your grave. You're supposed to turn over in your grave, my grandfather, because you did teach me this. Labor right is not for the poor. Labor right is for the rich. I'm going to make my finger fool me on my head and go vote. All courtesy of Bruce Golding. You understand me? But you never come from under Bruce Golding regime. I tell the people them already. You see anything you, Craven here, Backstopper, and Cotton Lizard.
And what the Cotton Lizard?
Any table, uno go up and for so now come off, uno now come off on a good table, or something uno go, they go take off.
What a
Nobody
crop
no
is
go
that?
and be a thief on a thief, poor people. Una thief for go, on a thief for come, on a thief for go, on a thief. Una not tired. Una not tired. Eh? And everything una do. It come back. Me not understand. Una say PNP do this and PNP do that. But yet still, the people them we are not idiot the PNP 18 years. And I care what PJ did have to sell. Him have to sell it because I wanna see him one and they bring down the country. And all when him sell this and sell that and whosoever that talk, the country still never in the deplorable state that it is in now. You're the only prime minister come here, come put badness away. You're the only prime minister come here, come and do the things them where you were thief with so much. Everybody else with thief, them use spoon and shovel, take it out. You use backward, take out everything. The little run of them, the little at least them, you thief all them, the man money, you thief. You see and both money, the whole and come together and take with all. No, you can't come out, come address that. And all when we look past that, the amount of other things that you do. You say you hear the baby them crying when PNP in a power. You don't hear them one year ball now. In a 1 month and counting, a 20th baby dead down a public. And a 1 month, and when the 18, the how much baby them did dead, I did in a 1 year that. You don't feel like you do enough. You don't feel like you do. Here, Cotton Lizard say, the PNP can get the people them, you know. I mean, no one says I can't have an dip and double. Notice from Labour right wing, alone young people are dead. One time, me little bit, and you go funeral, you see the people in I castic, I saw them still shrivel up in I castic. From Andrew Holness coming up power, peer, pretty face, handsome face, nice people, young people just are dead. And you know what that show me say? That show me say, a sacrifice and not sacrifice the little pit them because nowhere in a history you ever see young people are dead. So when them now crash in a car, crash half a bike, this, that, all kind of things are wrong with the young people. And the same one them will vote you in. Una not decide for stop. I'm a sister, una not decide for stop. But me tell you something. Craven here, Cotton Lizard, Buckle Stopper. You see the God will shine the sun. For the rain. Him a go deal with uno. Cause me tell you something. A whole heap of tears. The uno. Me a talk now. And the talk when me talk, if you ever see, me sit down and the rain never fall. If you look, rain a fall now. Rain start June. Because me say the gods, them a cry for how no do Jamaica and do the people them of Jamaica. If wickedness was a person, it would have been Cotton Lizard, Craven and Buckle Stopper. We tired that uno have no foot. The tree have our heels, tall heels. And have no foot them and the people them neck of Jamaica. I don't know how people still stand up. I want to know if I shame for say them vote FEMA already or them shame for say them are dieted. People are winning and go really open up on the eye. I'll do enough for the labor right them will have sense jump off of the bandwagon. Because a couple nights, well, now, I soon I keep meeting. I mean, I see nobody that they compare to when time, him just a come in. Nobody, the people, them drift. I be no linger around, no. That is why I come out sometimes, come talk some things. I feel like, say, people are idiot. I uno alone are idiot out here, no. I wonder if I know, say, I uno alone are idiot out here. I uno alone are the idiot out here. Look here, now. When I say people dance, just please remember a full prime minister in doors fully dance. No next prime minister never come talk them something there. The man, me say the man here is a different man. I have to wonder what wrong with him. If all of the rumor them, the things them when they hear with Ikip and neck and wife or this and wife or go left and all kind of. But if your wife have sense, she run, pack up her pit them and run, because if she have sense, she'd have to say a wolf in a sheep clothes she married.
Exactly.
Una demons. Uno is demons and the same thing. We uno did say, uno Portia go come take money because at that you didn't know you go to. That's why the Bible can't run with enough things. It says so a man think it so easy. True is a post. He's a post, a patter post. That's why you feel like say the people and you are the same thing. Andrew, your thief, so till thief itself a walk you down and access Andrew.
Patter post.
So. And I mean thief, you're dunce too. That's why you ever end all fully done.
Very
dunce.
Everybody recognize that.
First you did doctor, then doctor come off. All kind of things you are set to make it please your friend them. You think say no prime minister ever come in? None of them never come in. All the one them where all Bustamante we could have signed the paper where Michael Manley did show him for sign. Never done like you. Never done like you. I want to know, I really want to know. Why you have your people them go around and take down the things them we put up. All about the things them take up put up in PNP not trouble it, you know. PNP do in our own inner. When you see all of them things you wanna do, the show we so no want to start a war for the election. But God and him not sleep and
everybody find you out. Everybody wake up and find out Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness will walk and tell you about the achievement government. Now, turn ourselves to national disgrace and international desperation, which was defined for us today by our Prime Minister, a weak, failed incumbent government, a government that has no base support, a government that is left to do the legwork for himself, even though this government continuously tells us we have got it in the bag. We are going to go straight to the bank with the third term, even though Anvars have a different opinion, one that might confuse you because it confused me too. Still, though, the Prime Minister is refusing to call the election. The Prime Minister rather disgracefully take to the street, scouring for support. Let me ask you this, though, Prime Minister. Last year, when you were pivoting, you told us about tangibility, things you can see and touch. If it was their Prime Minister, I mean, you wouldn't have to write it down on a pamphlet with Jamaica badly spelled on it. I mean, we the people, we would be seeing it and feeling it. That's what tangible. Hear what the Prime Minister says in a bid to quell the public furor over his desperation. Today, I hit the street to connect directly with people, stopping in Pepin, Mona Park, Halfway Tree, and downtown Kingston to share our record of achievement document. Hey, Jesus Christ, he said. It is important to me that Jamaicans see for themselves on paper, because on paper we're going to see for you, right? What we have accomplished, he said. More jobs, better infrastructure, laughable. Increase housing solution, even though we've removed your land from under your feet. Well, if you write the things them how me I go read them, you know. Otherwise, me I go read them how if you write. Even though taking lands from under their feet. Expand access to water by making sure us, the MP, sell water and our partners in the industry sell pumps and black tanks. And if you write the fucking thing them home if you read them. Otherwise, me go write the whole read the whole figure. Man, it's upsetting. And safer communities by ordering the slaughter of young men across the country, Prime Minister. Even Indicom is losing it with the slaughter, the onslaught of this government on young men in our country who they claim are criminal, which we will never get the chance to know because due process has been violated by this government.
Oh, you are, of course. Listen.
Shameful bumbleclot. Shameful piece of shit, Prime Minister. Look at what you have been reduced to. Doggy look bone, Prime Minister. Doggy look bone, Prime Minister. Look at what the Labour Party has reduced you to. Because Prime Minister, I go take time with the Labour them, you know. I go take time, you know what? I go take time with the Labour rights them. Holy part them a check you. When them run come out and a cuss we, Prime Minister, you know, say a check them a check you. Because I know see one of them a run around for support you. Me not see them a come out for support you where it's needed most. So I trick them a trick you. When they come out and a cuss way, them a trick you for your call the election. This is the worst day for the Jamaica Labour Party. This is the worst day for the Jamaica Labour Party when a leader have to take to the street without support. May I add, when the leader of a party, the Prime Minister, the sitting incumbent achieved so much, Prime Minister, a Prime Minister that could sit in his rocking chair and roll achievement off his tongue and be elected on them. Kiss me, Fene.
Listen. Go on. You can give a couple inside here for me, please. Appreciate.
Achievement document, they call it. Achievement document, the government calls it. What a brouhaha and a wahala. Grace and your wholeness. Look at what you have been reduced to. Prime Minister. I mean, you're like butter in sun.
By respect. Listen.
You know, Prime Minister, in England, we would call you a bloody scrubber. In England, Prime Minister, we would call you a bloody scrubber. You're on your knees, Prime Minister. You're begging for it. You're asking for the nation's mercy. Withdraw the lawsuit against the nation, Prime Minister. Withdraw the lawsuit against the nation. You cannot beg with mercy while you have it in front of the court at the same time. You want mercy, you have to come and negotiate. This is why the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister can only use the word tangible, but the Prime Minister cannot demonstrate, because when the Prime Minister goes off to say, to put better infrastructure as one of his achievements, does roads or infrastructure, you know, Prime Minister? The irrigation and distribution of water, Prime Minister, is infrastructure too. That's what talk about the JPS, them. Better infrastructure. Better infrastructure, he said. Does that mean road? Does that include road and water irrigation and distribution? I would have thought those are infrastructure too. How dismal, though, is the failure in those two mentioned area? Prime Minister. And you just come out, not just come out, you were forced by Darrell Vaz, the rapist and murderer who raped and killed Diane Smith. You were forced by Darrell Vaz to declare our roadways just end of the year gone, isn't it? Wasn't it the end of 2024? The Prime Minister declared our roadways as a national a national crisis, national emergency, because it cannot be a national emergency if it's not a national crisis. Then again, you don't enough, we don't understand how the two will interlock. What a disgrace. Why don't you call the election? Take yourself out of the trouble. You're not going to win. You know that. You've seen it. We are fight for. The labor rights now go have you on as the opposition. If you're working prime minister to stay on as the opposition leader, that would even be more shameful. Jesus Christ. Help me. Help. Somebody can run over and blood clot too. Somebody can run over and too. The Prime Minister in the shit pit. Shit pit government. Shit pit government. Down with the fuckers.
Why the heck for the people them? Why? Why? Me see him. See him and kill me. Why? Me see him. Why? Almighty! Stop crying! Zion cry too much! No make nobody make you just a cry and go away, so stop! That somebody say stop! Somebody say stop! Them tell there's a better...
The lying tongue, the nimble finger Prime Minister, the contrite heart, the long eye. All of them something that turn up in your way, you know. All of these things, Prime Minister, stood in your way. You can't see people something and walk past it. Your mama, your grandma, your great grandma never teach you, say, cut your eye past it. No carry come your fan of fear, your bungalow, not fear, no up in it. If you had even, Prime Minister, do one or two out of the whole heap I promise them where you come with, you wouldn't have to walk on a scrub at the moment, because we know you're a prostitute of a man. But you have gone below the prostitute. You become back road to the Prime Minister. In Britain, what we would call you today is a curb crawler. Sell pussy on the street corner, Prime Minister. But we just nice it up by saying curb crawler. It is what we've seen you doing today all day. Curb crawling. Prostituting yourself for like a vote. My youth, you're thief enough. You set yourself. You set your family. Where else you go drain and juice out of? You know, see, I be ox. I be ox left, you know. Me know you're still a squeeze. What else do you think is going to come out of us? Where else do you think I will come out of us, Andrew Holness? You have stolen the nation's birthright. You have destroyed our democracy. Any little political legacy there were to be of the Jamaica Labour Party, you've wiped it all from Buster right down to yourself. You lot, if Mark Golding plays it right, the Jamaica Labour Party will never see back power in our country for a very long time, until a new ideology of capitalism rise, but not the Andrew Holness capitalism, not the direction, the far right that Andrew Holness has taken the Jamaica Labour Party and our country. Because, oh no, labor rights, you have prostituted yourselves to Andrew Holness. You gave your party to a wife and a husband and his household of concubines. Uno guilty too, you know. Uno guilty too. I have to go release Ding MC. So see Ding tell me SYM. You alright, Ding? Ding ba ding? Ding ba ding, are you alright? You members of the Jamaica Labour Party, supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party, are to be ashamed of yourself. Because they call it Buster Party, just like how the PNP them call it Norman Party. But you all have not stood to defend Buster Party. You all threw it to Andrew Holness. And what did Andrew Holness did? Take it for himself and his family. He has enriched himself and his family. You, the labor rights, have not seen an iota of support from this Prime Minister. Not one. Even though when you prostitute yourself nakedly for this Prime Minister, him don't turn a blind eye at Uno. Shame and disgrace to Uno labor rights. You have destroyed your party. You will never, if Mark Golding them play it right, you lot will never see the reins of government in our country for a very long, I think 18 years was a drop in the ocean. This could be an avalanche if Mark Golding plays it right.
Broji, call election, brother. Call election, man. If you can go up on the platform every day and a boast about your achievements, and a boast about how strong an economy you build, and a boast about the major reduction in a major crime and murders.
You walk and boast about everything when I go so. Andrew Holness cannot substantiate anything where Andrew Holness I walk and tell lie about. Because if Andrew Holness has any record of achievement to boast about, Andrew Holness wouldn't have to go and print pamphlet. PMP record of achievement can be seen by the people, Andrew Holness. Portia Simpson's record of achievement, PJ Patterson's record of achievement, Bruce Golding, though not much, record of achievement, Michael Manley, Siaga, record of achievement. We the people can point them out. The difference with you and them, Andrew Holness, Theo is only minister of noise. So nice. Theo them are not seen thing where people can say, yes, we've seen the benefits of it. Yes, this was a policy for Buster. This was a policy for... What is your policy, Andrew Holness? Other than you, we know you come with fingers. We are clear on that. We're not asking about your fingers. We're talking about something from the brain. What have you come with? What have you done that will outlive you? Other than we know the corruption will outlive you. It's always going to be when Andrew Holness is talk about in the future, going forward, corruption will be what? The overarching conversation when it comes to Andrew Holness.
Them four leaders here have one thing in common. One thing. None of them has left no great legacy in Jamaica except the legacy of mass brutality. In the 60s, Buster make the police them unalive, prison, and beat a lot of Rastaman. All ball led where here does nothing at you one comb fall in a trap. Come back in the 70s, although Siaga himself wasn't the prime minister, him import a lot of guns and start distribute guns amongst the youth, them starting a political war where history all know can't tell how much people dead in that war them were cast by Siaga, CIA, and the JLP. Come back now to Bruce Golding. We all know what happened in 2010. Bruce Golding cast an insurgent in a Tivoli. We all know. Nobody don't know how much young people dead, how much gunman dead, how much innocent people dead. Come back now to Andrew Holness. Him give the policeman them the go ahead. For the criminal them either see the maker or see the judge, and the police them choose one where them see the maker. That's all the JLP have as them legacy where them have in common. Anytime them in a office, some mass murdering a go on. Right now the police them got nearly 200 for this year.
That's Andrew Holness' record of achievement. The slaughter, the what you call the word? The extrajudicial slaughter of Jamaican young men. That is Andrew Holness's. That is, and I don't know why TikTok holds some comments. That is Andrew Holness's achievement. The wanton slaughter of young men by the security services ordered by Andrew Holness. Ordered by Andrew Holness. The Jamaica Labour Party has fallen out of grace with Andrew Holness. What Andrew Holness is doing now, the knee scrubbing that Andrew Holness is doing now, that was all done by Andrew Holness minions in 2015 and 2020. Andrew Holness could have ride the wave and act like the big man and the big I am. Now look at you. Faded roses. Faded roses. You were blooming yesterday morning, Prime Minister. Dew fall off of you by night, come don't. Look at you now. Look at you now, Andrew Holness. Even though you're confident of your third term, very confident of your third term, but you still cannot interact. Everything Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party say, them na do, I hit them a do. Nasty, dirty head. Dixon, Mr. Dixon. Mr. Dixon, you're too much strong. Mr. Dixon, you're too much strong. Or some people are fetish. Mr. Dixon, hey, Jesus, don't go bugger off tonight. Carlos Wagwan. Mr. Dixon might like going off and dirty here. I'm getting personal with Dana Dixon, you know, because we, the people of Jamaica, did not elect this bitch. This is an appointed prostitute. TikTok, you can do what you want to tonight, you know, because you know, so when we're ready for meltdown, This is a sordid old so-and-so appointed, not elected by us, that thinks she has the right to lecture we when she ready as to what we should do, think, or not. And this little midget who is telling us that we must not play politics with school bus. How is it that the Jamaica Labour Party is parading around the country with school buses? What was the purpose of the school buses? Is it to show us that the government has done something and has achieved something? Them comfy with children, them, because every look you look, every turn you turn, there's a Jamaica Labour Party MP in these yellow crocodiles parading and campaigning. We were told, though, that they are school buses. How does it become a part of the government political campaign if it's school bus? School bus or government campaign bus? Which is it? On the love confused way, you know. On the love to confuse me. I never told you no say me dunce. But on the love to confuse we. But which is it? Government campaign bus or school bus? But when backroad harlot like Dana Dixon, where we don't elect, is one of Andrew Holness appointed bitches come out here and tell us what views to have, while this same prostitute is going around the country grooming our children for political murderers and pedophiles feel up with picking them. What sort of fucker is that, Dana Dixon? And you expect idiot like me, fools like me, if you have manners when me talk to you, I mean, if you go personal with you, when you cannot be professional, me want to turn up here with the professional, because me a fool, you see. Me a fool. If you say, you don't act like a dog and then me not act like a wasara dog down. Me tell you, me love walk and down no foot, you know. Me know how to dig tunnel. Me know how to dig tunnel. Don't think you can go lower than me. You know that I have to get a deeper tunnel digger. But I be a fuckery going in our country. Me hope Jamaica people can wake up and rise up and see what the fuck is irritating me. Because I don't think what is irritating me is irritating a lot of you. Because of the bun down certain shit where this government have keep up. But it look like you don't love it. Because Andrew Holness get up and just take a wash with face every day. And give a figure bed at night. And all of them bad man in a Jamaica, none of them know office sniper at a politician. Go sniper at one another. Why can't the gunmen in Jamaica start shoot down politicians? Why the gunmen in Jamaica can't start go uptown, go start bust gun? Why are in a ghetto alone and they can't bust gun pussy hole? Why the bad man them no office shoot at a politicians? Why are we who not turn gun after we not do nothing? The same politician will thief found, will kill on a future, and then turn around go no gun for kill one another. We not shoot after we. We know. We will not shoot after. Like we no see nobody uptown we no can go kill. Like we no tired for kill we don't. We no see say we life cheap. We no want go kill expensive lives. Anyway, me raise my blood pressure. Me come go on my bed. Remember, me not sick. So me can still rant and rave with the government, but me I can't go on my bed and the wholeness. Because you see, like how there was a day of your disgrace today, there will be more days of your disgrace for us to wallow in. So me not done it one day, Prime Minister, because there will be many days of your disgrace to come. And we are going to wallow in every day of your disgrace as it unfolds.
So the bus is only for JLP to use and transport their supporters to polling station on time and also to campaign and also into rally. Vaz is talking shit out of mouth. Me literally see the video with the bus pack a JLP supporter blowing horn and a wave flag. And now Vaz is coming out and said the rural bus that is for
Prime Minister, when I see an half we cheated, you see if the doctor them never sew me up good, then after they sew it, them glue it over. I laugh, my stitches them nearly pop out, Prime Minister, because I never know such thing like that could happen when I get the video about Lord God Almighty.
Kids, it is not supposed to use for political campaign. And me literally see with my two lying eyes, the bus is being used for exactly that. Vaz, you need to come down and stop the lie. Anybody with ears or eye can see that this bus is not just only for kids. It will be strategically used in the upcoming election for transport uno, for bring uno go campaign. But the only question is, can PNP do the same? Can PNP get a couple buses off the government?
Sir, we don't want them. We don't want them. We don't inna the mix up and we don't inna the greng and the creng. You don't see how the beautiful revival of PNP going around the country. Me know say you just have metaphorically asked, but no, we don't want nothing for labor rights.
If we drive up and down and bring it own people then back and forth, because this look one-sided. This look like a problem of interest. You get what me I say? This look like a political pan move you're making. Vaz, come down and stop the lie. We are seeing with our two eye that the bus is using exactly for that which you say it is not being used for. Your two blood clot lie.
And
all JLP can lie, so.
And thief. Lie and thief. Lie and thief. That's all Jamaica Labour Party do. Thank you very much for being here tonight with us on The Onslaught. Join us right back here tomorrow morning where the disgrace of the Prime Minister will continue to unfold, because from here, it will only for the Jamaica Labour Party get worse, worser, worsera, and worserara. Thank you. And good night from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone. And it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone. And it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat. And not first and four. May God, what I sing to him. Big man throw and stone. And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Big man throw and stone. And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Ladybug being a hospital got changed my dress in this man.
Make a progressive move. Wicked men are red. How they want to see. They didn't can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. Big man show and stone. And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man show and stone. And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see. They didn't can sell out Rasta. I sell out. I sell out Babylon. Yes, talk on the Friday. You might show and stone. And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Big man throw and stone. And they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man show and stone. And it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big man show and stone. And it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man show and stone. And it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.